We got a lot of news updates to go over in today's video. A free-to-play PlayStation 4 JRPG has finally gotten a release date. It was scheduled to be released over the summer. Unfortunately, it saw a delay, but Caravan Stories is just under 2 weeks away, so I'll go over all of the details about that. Also, speaking of free, no, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint won't be a free-to-play title. However, you can get into a beta by pre-ordering the title, and if you go on Amazon and just pre-order the game, you guys know you can finagle the system and just get a beta, so it's essentially free, but nonetheless, we'll talk about all the information coming out of the beta and what'll be available in the beta. We've also got preload times for that, so we'll hit that. Also, 2 Point Hospital is coming to the PlayStation 4 later in 2019. That's already been released on PC, and it was received very well over there, so I definitely want to give that game some attention. But first up, developer Aiming has announced the release date for the Western PS4 release of Caravan Stories. The free-to-play fantasy MMORPG is launching on September 10th. A brand new trailer was uploaded, and it was noted, quote, "We've poured years into perfecting the world of Caravan Stories. Our new release date gave us enough extra time to fine-tune the experience for adventurers to begin writing their stories. We're eager to see the tales our players write with their friends as they begin their journeys through Lyre." And here's an overall rundown of what you can expect out of the game. Travel across the vast, beautiful world, recruiting heroes and taming monsters, explore haunting ruins, mystical forests, and awe-inspiring cities rendered in gorgeous watercolor tones. I have to say, from a visual standpoint, it does look really good and a very unique look for an MMO, so that's something I'm already digging. It also notes, gather strength to face threats from challenging dungeons and open world raids to ferocious foes that only emerge at certain times of day. A monolithic structure appears above the world. This mysterious threat, known as Enigma, manifests a portal from which chaos pours forth. Before the realm succumbs to shadow, heroes from the 6 races must stand together and push back the tides of darkness. Master engaging real-time combat by building a party well-suited for many dangers. A recruited NPC's weakness can be complemented by the strength of a tamed monster. Defensive characters, range attackers, magic casters, and every role in between must act in concert to win the day. Players can even tame real-world animals like dogs and cats. With nearly 300 unique heroes and beasts available to recruit, no 2 players will experience battles in the same way. But party management is key to this game. Every journey demands a well-equipped cavern. These magical fortresses serve as a progression hub. Players can customize their cavern's look, unlock weapon and armor crafting, create resource generators like gold and crystal pumps, and provide backup in battle with cannons and other arrangements. Combine forces with other players, testing the party and caravan against legendary enemies. So again, Caravan Stories, a brand new free-to-play JRPG that is an MMO, is due out on September 10th. We don't see a lot of Japanese titles that are MMO, so in that sense, Caravan Stories is a very unique game, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. And I think from a PlayStation 4 gamer standpoint, where you are a little bit more accustomed to Japanese titles, I think there is going to be some inherent interest from that standpoint, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, moving on from that, also in early September, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be having a beta. Now, this is a beta that you're not going to have immediate access to, but it's very easy to get in. You'll need to pre-order the game and you'll get access to the beta. And if you don't know, you can pre-order the game on Amazon. I believe they email you a code. You can try out the beta, and if you don't like it, you could probably just end up canceling your order. You don't get charged until the game ships, so it works out perfectly fine. I don't know if I'm supposed to be advocating for stuff like that, but nonetheless, that is Amazon's policy, so let's talk the beta itself. Ubisoft noted, during this Ghost Recon Breakpoint beta, you have access to several regions and missions to test out in PvE with up to 4-player co-op or solo. Regions you'll have access to are the following: Smuggler Coves, Sinking Country, Fenbog, and the missions you'll be able to play are Operation Greenstone, 2 missions from the main storyline, Aurora missions, this includes side missions to discover more about the island and its inhabitants, faction missions, 8 new faction missions per day, and you'll also be able to check out the drone areas. Looking to really test your skills? Find 3 different type of drone areas throughout the available regions to battle it out against some of your toughest opponents yet. You've got Murmurs, small flying drones that will swarm the unprepared, Amons, mid-sized land drones that pack a punch with agility to match, and then you've got Behemoths, as the name of them would suggest. They are large drones with massive firepower and heavy armor, so it's going to take a little bit to take down those. Ghost Recon Breakpoint will officially drop on October 4th, but as far as the beta is concerned, you'll be able to preload that starting September 2nd at 3 a.m. Pacific time. That's 6 a.m. Eastern. The beta will be kicking off on September 5th at 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Eastern, and then it will be concluded including on September 9th, 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Eastern. So it's actually going to have a decent runtime as well. Again, it's not going to be open to everyone, but if you are pre-ordering the game or you just want access to the beta, again, not too hard to get it. And if you do have a PC that can run the game, you can get a free month of Uplay Plus ahead of September 3rd when it officially goes live, and then you can get the beta that way as well. I believe that is exclusive to PC. Something I thought I should note anyway, and then the game will officially be dropping on October 4th. Next up, here's some very exciting information. 2 Point Hospital is making the transition from PC to PlayStation 4 later this year. This was a game that released all the way back in August of 2018, and it was received incredibly well on PC. 88% positive Steam reception, that's based on 8,316 Steam user reviews, so a significant amount of reviews, and then the Metacritic score is also extremely positive. It's got an 83, and whenever a smaller, more niche title like this gets above an 80, usually that means pretty good things. Not to say anything about critics, but generally speaking, the games that are more anticipated seem to be a little bit more lenient score. That's just from what I've observed over the years, but nonetheless, 2 Point Hospital with an 83, it was received really well. And the game itself is a simulation management building title designed stunning hospitals, cure peculiar illnesses, and manage troublesome staff as you spread your budding healthcare organization across 2 Point County. This was a game published by Sega, and it goes for $34.99 on PC, so if it's released at $35, that is quite a hefty price point. However, the console release will also include the Bigfoot and Perberry Island expansions, as well as a load of free updates. So all of that together in one package would be quite good. The question remains, is that going to make the game even more expensive? Because they have the bundle on Steam available right now. As of the recording of this video, it's discounted by 50%, and you can get the game and the 2 expansions for $26.29. However, it typically goes for $53 for all of that. Are they going to try to price this at a heftier price point like $49.99? However, whatever the case may be, I think this is the type of game that the PlayStation 4 audience, some of them at least, will definitely have some interest in. It is a game that is seemingly more catered towards a PC release and a PC audience. Given that it was released on PC first, that makes a lot of sense. However, we've seen on the PlayStation 4, it's become a haven for MMORPGs, free-to-play games, strategy games, PC-centric RPGs like Divinity Original Sin and Pillars of Eternity, games that, generally speaking, wouldn't be associated with console gaming. They've done very well on the PlayStation 4, so I'm hoping that 2 Point Hospital can find a similar fandom when it arrives to PlayStation 4 later this year. And lastly, I do want to note some absolutely awesome information about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. If you guys know me, this is the battle royale that really got me into the genre. I liked it a lot back in the day. At this point, I've kind of fallen out of battle royale, but I'll still follow the updates with PUBG, and PUBG has announced that crossplay is coming to the game. Yes, it'll be arriving in early October. PUBG Corporation announced that it's taking another step towards creating a unified experience with faster console updates. Console players will be able to access new content sooner before, as updates will launch within 2 weeks of their PC counterparts, so that's already awesome. August 27th was the date where Season 4 dropped on consoles, and then available in early October, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One crossplay, that'll be available in the test server in late September in actuality, and then it's gonna hit the live servers in early October. So it's great to see from at one point where Sony was completely against cross-platform play. Again, as much as we love Sony and we love PlayStation, that was completely lame, but now we're seeing more and more games having cross-platform play, whether it be a Fortnite, Rocket League, or now PUBG. I would like all games to be a unified experience across all platforms, especially from a multiplayer game standpoint. No, PUBG isn't gonna have this problem where it does have a finite number of people online, but when you look at older fighting games and some of the older titles, a lot of those games' communities dissipate really quickly, and if you open the floodgates to allow players across all platforms to play with one another, that would help out those games' longevity so much. And not only does that help the game's quality, it also helps the game's longevity in terms of generating sales and getting people to buy the game. How many people are going to buy a multiplayer-centric game where not a lot of people are online? Not too many people are going to buy a game like that. However, if a community persists for years on years on years, and that's definitely helped with the ability to have cross-platform play, well then more and more people are going to buy the game. It's just beneficial to everyone involved, and I'm happy to see more and more games included. Unfortunately, in this case, it's just a PUBG. PUBG is going to be a game that's going to be absolutely fine, even if it was secluded to one platform playing with one another. But nonetheless, you get the idea. The more and more we see cross-platform play, the better it's going to be for everyone involved. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, Caravan Stories is getting its Western PlayStation 4 release on September 10th. If you're a fan of Japanese RPGs and MMOs, definitely one you want to check out as it is a free-to-play game and it's shaping up pretty nicely. Ghost Recon Breakpoint's beta will be kicking off in early September, and it's coming with it a lot of content, a decent amount of content at least ahead of its October 4th release. 2 Point Hospital is headed to the PlayStation 4 in late 2019, and PUBG is scheduled to get cross-platform play in early October, so that is incredibly exciting. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.